Welcome to another episode of the Blerd Dad podcast. I am your host, Glenn Lawrence, and I'm super happy to be here with y'all. Now, first things first, I just want to start off saying a little bit about strollers. Wow. I didn't think it would be this hard, but like it is. It's super hard to figure out which stroller to get. I thought, how hard could it be? You just toss your baby in the stroller, boom, there you go. It's easy. No, apparently it's much different than that. There's a lot of things that you got to think about and consider. Airflow, shock absorbers, turn radius. Like, am I getting a stroller or am I getting a car for like the Formula One? I didn't know which one it was because there's so much that you have to think about. It's the thing. Parents are thinking about it all the time. I was out looking and I saw that parents are tricking out their strollers. Like they put monster truck wheels on strollers. What? That's that's insane. Like I don't know. It's the same, but it's also very appealing for like those Sunday driver type parents in the grocery stores. You know what I mean? That you just want to like run over or whatever. I saw they put monster truck wheels on one of these strollers. I want to get that. I want to name mine Baby Hulk. You know what I mean? Baby Hulk versus Gravedigger, I think would be an amazing battle of the monster trucks. I saw another parent. They tricked out their stroller so that it looked like the Batmobile, complete with mini turrets and rocket launchers. You know what I mean? To get those pesky parents at the park uh who are constantly in your way. I don't know. It's a lot, man. There's a lot going on there. I wasn't surprised for it. I was prepared though when I went to the baby store, which surprisingly they were out of babies. You couldn't get babies at the baby store. They were out, but they did have some strollers. I asked a lot of questions. I wanted to know about the tactical ability of the strollers, and I came prepared with all kinds of questions. They surprisingly they had answered those questions before. I was not expecting that. But yeah, I figured out all kinds of things with the strollers, maneuverability. So that's interesting. I'm telling you, I'm trying to go into this whole parenting thing prepared. You know what I mean? I want to know about every situation that could possibly arise, and I think I'm prepared for whatever comes next. Now, before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, which is They Made Me Wear It. Usually I have the copy in front of me, but I forgot to download the copy, so I'm just going to wing it. They Made Me Wear It. They got all kinds of fashionable stuff for all the parents out there. You could get your pet tricked out in whatever kind of gear you like or want. You get your pet, your fur baby, tricked out with They Made Me Wear It. They have all kinds of special little collars and little like suits, sweaters. Do they have suits? I'm pretty sure they have suits. Which, by the way, I'm probably not going to get paid for this ad because I'm not saying the things that you're supposed to be saying during the ad. I'm just winging it. So, if you want somebody to on their show put your ad on there, then totally forget about the copy of what the ad says. Get me. You know what I mean? Blerd Dad has got you. But yeah, They Made Me Wear It. They got all kinds of stuff. They got little whistles if you need a dog whistle. You can get it there. If you need treats, I think you could get them there too, even though it's a clothing thing. I don't know. Just go to theymademewearit.com. It's great. You can pick out all kinds of stuff for your little fur baby, and they'll ship it to your house. If you put in the code word Blerd, you'll get like a discount on whatever you order. So that's theymademewearit.com. Check them out today. So after that, we like to talk about our guest, and our guest today. Super excited about our guest today. It is my boy. You probably have seen us on Nerds Rule the World, New Release Wednesday. We always are chopping it up, talking about comic books, talking about the newest of like pop culture, or the newest what is it, series or movies that come out. We're doing reviews for those. He's a really incredible person, man. This is my good friend. He's one of my first friends that I told about having this baby, and he's been there for me ever since. We talk all the time, and he does so many amazing things. I could go through the list of things he's been in. He's been in like all kinds of movies and stuff. Just a great guy. All right, I can't like hype him up anymore. I got to bring him in here. Who I'm talking about is my boy Kuya P from Nerds Rule the World. New release Wednesday. He's also a key contributor to the Nerds of Color, and he does so much for communities of color in entertainment. The guy's pretty amazing, and we're going to talk a little bit about fatherhood today. So, without further ado, I will bring in my boy, Mr. Kuya P.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Hey,
It's good to see you, man.
good to see you, brother. Thank you for that introduction, man. I appreciate it. I'll try to live up to that. But I love that you got sponsors. Let me find out. Did you mess up the ad?
Man, we got sponsors.
You gotta get out the orange folder out your desk. Pull out the orange folder that's on your desk. Get that in there right, so that way you can get paid.
Orange folder on my desk. How'd you know that?
I got background information. Shout out to my girl Steph. Shout out to my girl.
Oh, okay, that's the backstage. She's giving out key information. Let me find out she's talking about what's going on in our studio, man. That's
because we love you, bro. It's because we love you, and we got to take care of our boy. So we got you,
man. But yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast, dude. I can't say enough about you. You do so much in like entertainment and stuff. But the other thing that people may or may not know is that you are one of the best fathers around, man. You do a very, very amazing job of bringing up your kid, and I admire you for it. That's why you were one of the first people I talked to when I had one. Just in the course of business, I had to let you know, and I'm nervous about it. How am I going to be a good father like you, man? What's your take on parenting? What's your word of advice to start off?
You're gonna be great, man. You just be yourself. Love your child. Love. Just show enormous amounts of love and care, and take care of your amazing wife and Steph. And just just is like the baby crying. Wipe the tears, calm them down. Probably need some food. At that age, or a diaper change. Because you're starting off real young right now. I got a teen now. Now I ain't got to worry about it.
That's right. You transited into the teenage years,
bruh, and that's a whole nother beast. It's different animals. It's different Pokemon evolutions. So to me, I think in certain ways, I'd rather have your evolution at the moment, because all you got to do is it's either food or a wet diaper to change, and those are simple stuff. And once that's handled, they're asleep. And you get to chill out for a second until they wake your ass up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then you're like, damn it, I'm trying to get some sleep. There's no sleep. Once the baby's out there, you ain't sleeping, bro. So get used to it.
See, that's what people keep telling me, that there's not going to be any sleep when the kid comes. I don't sleep that much anyway. So I keep saying it'll be fine, because I'm up all hours of the night anyway.
Yeah. So I think you'll be all right, bro. The only thing, like I said, is that it's two things. Wet diaper, dirty diaper, or they're hungry. And so, it's having those bottles at the ready. If your wife, I don't know how you're feeding, the plan is, we're natural breastfed, or, a formula or whatever. Once that's unlocked,
I was talking about it last episode. Totally breastfeeding. We had had classes on it. We're deep in the tits.
Good. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know. But if she needs sleep, right? Because you got to let your girl, you love your wife, you got to let her sleep. So if do you have the machine to pump extra so that way she can continue sleeping? And all you have to do is get the bottle, warm up the milk, and then feed the baby?
I think that's what's happening.
You got to let her have some sleep, bro. I'm saying, if you want to have a happy household, I know, what I'm saying? So, because there's a machine that my wife had to do so that way, because we're all about the breastfeeding. We're all about naturalness. But she got to get sleep. She can't feed it 24/7. So then there's like a device where she can, it's kind of like like milking, like a cow. Like you put it on the tit and when to just express it, and then you just kind of bottle it up, put it in the fridge, bottle it up, and just get that at the ready. So for the nighttime feeding, she can chill, get rest, because happy wife, happy life.
Okay.
Let her sleep through the night.
I,
So that way you can feed during the night. That's kind of like what we did, was like she would express and feed during the day, straight from the breasts. But then during the nighttime was, I had to step up and then, pull out the bottles that were in the fridge and take care of the feeding. But that's it, man. Like I said, I think you will be fine, brother. Like you said, you're not much of a sleeper anyway, so you can, you'll know what's going on. And actually, to tell you the truth, for me and Ebony, my wife, man, I was upset with her because she wanted me to sleep through the night. And I'm like, nah, babe, I got to help you. I want to help you. Right. I want to be a part of it, because that's how my wife's love language is, how it is to do for others. But I was like, at this point in time, baby, you just delivered this amazing child, our seed. I need you to get as much rest as you can. Let me help you. So that's all I gotta say, man, in regards to like that. I think you'll be fine, brother. I ain't got nothing to worry about. It's the older years when they get to like where they don't want to spend time with you and you're not cool anymore, Dad.
Oh wait, like, have you transitioned into that period now? Like,
bro, I'm there,
and now she's on her own.
I would say for right now, teen, yes. Like, can I get a hug? Like, the only time I get a hug is when she's going to bed. Can I get a kiss? Like, is there any love for pops that is putting you through ballet school, through dance school, through all these other stuff? Like, and will give you anything you want in the world. Like,
plus you do cool shit. It's like you're cool. Like you talk to cool ass people. You talk to the dudes who are in Mortal Kombat. It's like, hey, your dad just talked to the dude, like the people from Mortal Kombat were happy to take a selfie with me, like your dad, cool guy, and you don't like want to give me a like. Other people think I'm cool. Like, what?
Bruh, she's like, what's your numbers on? What's your numbers on New Release Wednesday, Dad? Like, your numbers ain't this guy. I guess
should we checking you on your social media numbers?
Yes, I'm nothing. I am nothing compared to her TikTok, Twitch people that she follows. I'm a nobody. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm nobody.
You should you should be like, yo, why don't you help your dad get his numbers up? You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes I guess I'm her hero. I don't know, man, but I still love her. You love your kids.
I'm lucky that I have time. You know what I mean? Before he comes out to get my numbers up, because the last thing I want is him walking around here talking about he got more numbers than me.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna help you do, brother. Because you're my boy. I got to make sure your son appreciates your numbers. Because my child, man, like no matter what I do, you know. You can do more, Dad. You can do better, Dad. Okay,
you can do better. I mean, but she could do better. Like, you could share it with your friends. Come on, little lady, little strange lady. Come on, hey, help your dad out. Is she going? Yeah. Is she going to watch this live right now?
Nah, actually, what's crazy is we got into wrestling. I don't know if you remember that. I've always been a wrestling fan, but recently
you mean watching wrestling, not actually like wrestling your kid, just to
nah, but we'll get into that part. That's a whole nother thing. Weird twist right there.
Right.
But the past 2 years, Ebony and my daughter Madison got into wrestling, and tonight, well, because of the pandemic, they transitioned to having like virtual audiences. We actually got selected tonight to be on Monday Night Raw as a virtual audience member. So both my wife and daughter are virtual audience members right now on Monday Night Raw on their live broadcast.
And so once again, getting more numbers than us.
You know what I'm saying? We're over here doing this. They're over there doing that right now.
Wow.
Like, man.
Yo, okay. By the way, I saw your daughter. She did the cosplay as Sasha Banks, who is the current WWE champion, right?
Yeah, she was. They didn't have the contest last year, but the year before that, yes, 2019. Yes, she was the 2019 Halloween contest Miss Sasha Banks winner, beating thousands of people.
But also, Sasha Banks is now she's the reigning champion too, right?
Was until WrestleMania. She was until WrestleMania, where she lost to Bianca Belair, who is an amazing athlete as well. But Sasha's killing it. She's in Mandalorian. She's on everything. Yeah. Still amazing wrestler. And but yeah. But we're Bianca Belair fans too. So hey, we're happy on both counts.
Your daughter killed it in the cosplay, dude.
Thank you.
But not quite as it's kept. But her dad has been deep into cosplay like all these years. So she probably had a leg up on a lot of these other kids. She's like, you don't even know. I'm about to get everything. Like her cosplay was tricked out from like the rings to the even the skin tone. Did she get tan for that? Because she was on point, like up, like head to toe. She looked like Sasha Banks. I'm pretty sure that's why she won, because she was pretty much like.
Thank you, man. That was a lot of work my wife put into making that jacket. She rocked Sasha's like official jacket. But it was custom made from nothing, and it was a ton of bead work that my wife laid down and did it with my daughter, and amazing job. And they won it. They took it. So
dude, that's the other thing I got to think about too, is like having this kid. All of a sudden, I'm going to be way more into arts and crafts than I.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun, man. I'm telling you, that'll be a fun thing you can do to connect with your child and promote, because we're both creatives. I looked forward to that when she was young, and getting her creative and getting her drawing. And man, like even just the simplest drawings, I saved a lot of it, man.
Oh, really?
It's just means so much, you know. Even there were crude drawings, you know, I'd frame it up and like put it on the fridge, take it to work. It was, it just is everything.
How'd you get her to be like creative from like a young age? Like, what was that? Like, did you have like a plan in place to be like, all right, she's going to be into this comic book, or did she just naturally take to all that?
Well, no, she would take a look at it, but they didn't read it for comprehension like we did. But I think that was also because I was trying at like 4. They don't understand that stuff.
Right.
So you kind of get them the board books, you know, for the appropriate age, you know, like, so comics, even still, like she'll occasionally look at look at them, but you get age appropriate books, and that was my thing, that I had to learn because she wouldn't understand it. But it was just as simple as putting crayons in her hand and just letting her go to town, giving her a pen and pad, and like, see that apple? Let's draw that apple. And then, you know, so she would pull a red crayon and create a big red circle, then get like the brown crayon and put the little stem, you know, and then just changing out different objects and just doing it along with them. And seeing what you can do and just having fun and purposefully messing up yourself so they could be like, nah, that's not what it is, Dad. It's supposed to be this. So you kind of make them, and that as well involves their creative thinking. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So because they know that you're doing it wrong, you know, like
right,
like it's an orange, but I'll do it like green. I'll pull out the green and do a green circle. No, Dad, that's wrong. You know, that's a P, and she'll correct me, because if you have her doing flashcards, learning her fruits, you know, at that age as well, you get like little flashcards of like different animals, of different vegetables, fruits, just so to get that learning process happening.
Right.
As early as you can to just get the best foot forward going on. It was things like that, and then but with the art side of it, taking that kind of same kind of creative thinking knowledge set, putting like those objects out on a table, and then putting a pen and pad in, well, not a pen, but a piece of paper and some crayons, and just going to town, man, to spark that creative energy and vibe.
See, I've been like torn if I want to like, because I feel like it's almost like a choose your own adventure, or like you know, World of Warcraft, or because I was into that nerdy stuff too. It's like where you create your character, but you can only give them like so many traits. There's only like so many like avenues you can go down. Like, do I want them to be in piano and athletics or drawing? And you know what I mean? I feel like there's so much out there. It's like, what do you expose them to see what sparks their interest? You know what I mean? Because I think some parents, they do way too much. Like they're like, oh yeah, I got to take them to piano and then soccer and then ballet and then rugby, and you know what I mean? I'm like, those things don't even go together. Are they going to be like dancing and kicking people? Like that's just way too many things, like all grouped together. So I feel like I want to have like less interest, and then allow them to blossom more. But I don't want to like introduce them to the thing that, you know, they're not going to like. I don't know.
You don't want to force them into anything. But I wanted to add, it was funny that you brought up like the create your character type deal with gaming. When I started introducing Madison to gaming and having her play with me, I think at the time the Wii was the big, you know, game system that we were playing. She enjoyed immensely creating her own me, and she would always want to play that part of it. To me, it wasn't even playing the game, so she could redesign her, because it was the we system, but the character was called a me.
Right.
So she would want to change the shape of the head, the body type, the noses. She would always want to play that aspect of the game, and that would go even further on as she got older with create your own style characters to various video games, because she enjoyed that creative process of designing her person.
That's interesting that you say that, because another one of my friends who's actually, I think, going to be on next week, Ralph Cooper, hilarious comedian and author and orator. He's a pretty dope dude. But he was saying that the thing is, like, you will be surprised at the things that they gravitate to. So it might be something that you put down and then they gravitate to like a different thing. Like you're saying, y'all were doing the Wii and you're excited to play the game. And she's like, no, let's just keep creating characters. Yeah. And you're like,
so you would be stuck having to do something else, because they would just spend the whole hour doing that. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not playing right now.
Dude, that's
all amped up to play, and then she'd just want to do that.
It's like precious time, though. You know what I mean? Like because I feel like as parents, we get into the thinking about goals. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, we got to do this to get to here and do that, and you don't spend time anymore, like just like loving the experience or living in the moment. You know what I mean? Because we keep thinking forward, whereas it takes a kid to just be like, no, like there's beauty in the thing that they designed as well, which is creating your own character. Like that's part of the fun of the experience too. And sometimes we just gloss over like those experiences to get to where we want to get to, which is like the game or the endorphin rush from the game. It's like, yo, slow down, smell the roses.
Very, very true. Very true. Yeah. It grounds you. It takes you back to square one and see and enjoy, the real basics of life.
Yeah. So, so I mean, obviously into a lot of comic books, video games, pop culture stuff. What are some of like the nerd interests that you two enjoy or share together? Or is it totally teenage years where it's like, I want nothing to do with you?
Well, going back to what I was saying, so we got back into wrestling, right? Well, I got back into wrestling and they got into wrestling. Once she started getting into wrestling, and like I said, loving Sasha Banks, and that becoming her favorite wrestler, she told my wife and I that when her ballet career starts to slow down, that the next phase of it will be WWE wrestler. She wants to be in wrestling and do all the moves and utilizing some of her ballerina skills that she will have certainly from that point, and transition it to being a WWE superstar.
What?
So yeah, those are two of her big life goals at the moment.
Dude, that's actually really, really dope. I could see that. That's a niche. I mean, I hope you didn't blow her spot. She wasn't trying to keep that secret until she
No. We've talked about that publicly.
But that's that would be dope, because I feel like that is definitely like a character. You know what I'm saying? That you could build within kind of the wrestling world. Is she like physical? Does she like play like sports and stuff too?
No. She doesn't do any ballet. Ballet is a sport in itself, brother. Just
right.
Conditioning and everything, and dance. She's part of DADA, Debbie Allen Dance Academy as well, along with the Washington Ballet. Oh yeah, I thought you knew that. Yeah.
Well, people don't know that. Like
she's going through she's going through their summer intensive program along with ABT, American Ballet Theater. But she's a member of the Washington Ballet. So yeah, she's in 3 different schools of dance. That dance is everything. But yeah. So there's physical conditioning that goes with that, but no regular sports. That she plays.
I meant contact sports, not regular sports. No. I feel like nowadays everyone's like, you want to be on the same level. I just meant like, I think we're just talking about contact sports. The reason why I'm asking is because wrestling is such a contact, like it's collision. There's a lot, you got to get physical with people, and if you're not used to that,
there's a whole thing to that, and she knows, and she is aware of that. That she has to get used to taking bumps, if you will. The professional term of taking the hits, selling the hits, and but you're actually going through the actual hit. you know, to a degree.
Is she going to do some martial arts? Have you done some martial arts training? You guys going to do that?
No, we haven't done any of that. Maybe later on we have discussed it, because I personally, you know, want my daughter to be able to protect herself, and in case some things happen. She thinks she can, you know, by virtue of watching, you know, some of the stuff that I watch and like the Marvel stuff, she's like, yeah, I can do something. Like, okay, it's watching it and actually doing it is two different things. But
I mean,
yeah,
you can learn a lot from watching, you know, like old school martial arts movies.
We all think we can, bro, but no, you really have to get trained.
I'll tell you for a fact, I know that you can, because I got into a fight back in like my college days. This dude, like, so here's the story. We like you know how it is. It's college. You talk to different people. And apparently, I guess I had talked to some girl that he liked or whatever, and he was upset about it. And then, you know, I told her, I was like, well, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? And then he came up to like a party, at a frat party. He was like, yo, I heard you talk a lot of shit. And he was like bigger than me. You know, I was just like, oh, I was like, okay. All right, let's do this. But then we were in a frat house, so the frat dudes were like, nah, y'all can't fight here. So they made us go outside. So when we got outside, he like, you know, like he was walking in front of me, and then like he turned around, which was a big mistake, because when you turn around, it's like then it's like, what you want to do? And I was like, well, we're already here to fight. So I stuck him. You know what I'm saying? And then like we started fighting or whatever, and then we tussled to the ground, got like thrown to the ground, and then he was behind me trying to give me like a chokehold. But I had seen Passenger 57, so I hit him with the Wesley Snipes, and I hit him with the elbows like this, and then like this, and like it like knocked him unconscious for a second. And in that moment, I was just like, yo, I just Wesley sniped the motherfucker, like, rah! Like, and you couldn't tell me shit after that. I was like, yo, you don't even know. I know these Wesley Snipes moves. You gonna be in trouble. So I will just say, you can learn by watching.
You got lucky, bro. I'm gonna put it like that. You
yo, got lucky. Hating on my skills,
the hardest
Patrick.
object is, you know, I'm sure you know from, well, I guess by watching these movies, but you know, it's the shoulders, the knees, you know, those are what you go for, man. Those are the hardest object that you can throw at somebody, and once those make contact, you boom, you know.
Oh, I know.
That's it. But
listen, I walked around like Blerd for the rest of my college career, because I was like, anybody want this smoke? I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
My guy. All right. That's awesome, man.
So, you know, although now I'm very much a pacifist, you know what I mean? Those were my younger years. I don't do any kind of craziness any longer. Yeah, man. I just I'm excited for this new era of
I'm excited for you, brother. I'm excited for you. Relish every minute of it, man. Take as many pictures. I would have my camera at the ready. Had additional. I remember buying additional phone batteries because I'm a Droid guy. So I would get additional batteries that I could just like boom switch out, so I could be ready to take that video or that picture.
Do you think you documented enough? Like, do you think you got enough?
I don't think I've documented enough, bro. I think there's really? I think at the beginning I was documenting a lot, but then I slowed down, and I'm upset with myself for slowing down, because then I'm like, man, there's like, when I go through my digital photo album, there's like, you know, you could definitely see a slowdown where there's not enough material. And you know, we're content guys. I'm like, man, I should have right. content in this region. And because like you go from this area and then like, damn it, she got super big, and there's like a growth spurt that happened. I'm like, what? I missed something, you know? It's never enough, bro. Even if I say that, and I think as parents, because I've been blessed to create movies, create television shows, create comics, create books, and do a lot of amazing things. But the most amazing creation that I've ever created is that child, my daughter, man. Madison. And I know you'll feel it too as soon as that child pops out, brother. Nothing else matters. And yeah, so it's like you want to have every single moment captured, so you don't forget it. Like even like I'm getting older. I'm like, man, I can't. My wife asks, we would have talks, and my daughter would come and ask me, do you remember this moment, that moment? And sometimes, because I'm getting old, unless I have a picture or a video, I've kind of forgotten it, because
Dude,
I'm so
that's
wrapped up and
that's the
busy because we
thing.
live busy lives with all the things that
Yeah.
we're doing. And so that's why I say I get upset that I with myself, not with my child, but
Yeah.
that I've forgotten that moment because I don't want her to feel when she brings something up and when she tells me about it, and if I don't remember it clearly, and she's having such an affinity to it because she loves that moment, but I feel bad that I don't remember it as much as her. So I get, so I internally, get mad at myself because I don't. I'm
Yeah.
getting older. We're all
Yep.
getting older,
That's
and
yo,
you know what I'm
listen.
saying? You feel me?
Absolutely.
It,
Listen,
yeah,
that is one of my kind of like fears of like missing the moments or
yeah,
and so now you're getting older and you start forgetting the moments or the moments that you cherish more
yeah,
are not the moments that they cherish,
exactly.
or think about. And you don't realize that like just a person who's kind of indenting their own identity and
Mhm.
memories and all that type of thing. And there are all types of things that I'll tell like my mom or somebody, and she's like, oh, it didn't happen like that, or no, this didn't happen. But to you, it was like a indelible moment or whatever.
Yeah,
So to you, it's like a little different. So yeah, I think I will take that into advisement because I'm always the type of like I just want to live the moment and
yeah,
not record it or capture it or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
But
And
you
that's what
got
my
to
wife would say
juxtapose
too.
that between
Yeah.
like capturing what is beautiful so that your old ass can remember.
Seriously, bro. Like, yeah. Like at least set it and forget it. And I know you
Mhm.
have enough camera equipment there, Glenn, that
Hey,
you can just set it and forget
don't
it,
tell them about what I'm
sit in the
holding, bro.
corner. Huh?
Don't tell them what I'm holding. Just say I got the cloud
I'm
storage.
not
I got
putting
it in
what
storage.
you're holding, but
Right.
we're because we're both filmmakers, brother. So
Right.
I didn't speak about what exactly.
I know. I'm just joking.
But I'm just
But
saying, brother, like you and my, because we're both very empathic people, and we love, so it's utilizing what we know from the arts that we've established as filmmakers to put that in capturing the moments of the people that mean more to us than anything else in this world. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Utilize those skills that I know you have to capture those moments, man, because you don't
Mhm.
want to miss them. But also at the same time, as I say this as well, because another thing is that we get so caught up with our passions and our hopes and our dreams that we want to hopefully then to be able to provide for the people that we love. Make sure you're blocking out enough time that you're sharing with them, because that's another thing that I can't take back. Like I was
Mhm.
going so hard, as you know, with everything that I've been doing, that I missed out on stuff, man, and I can never get that back.
Yeah.
So make sure you're putting that quality time in with the family, man.
Well, I mean,
And
that's
yeah,
why it's kind of it's interesting now where we are today in society with how we have like the pandemic going on, so work is a little bit different. You
yeah,
get to actually spend a little bit more time
that has been
with
a
you.
blessing. I got
Yeah,
to say that
yeah,
we're able to be
absolutely.
home here and there. Yeah,
So, and I think it's a good thing because you get back to kind of loving your family and figuring out what's important. It's not go, 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 make money, 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 like all day, every day, or whatever. You could spend a little time with your family to kind of absorb those moments and take those moments, man. And I don't know. That's what I want to do. I mean, it's hard, especially being a comedian, because you have to go out and you're doing like open mics
hmm,
and basically the grind to
yeah,
live that dream and fulfill that dream. So it kind of takes time away from the family. I
yeah,
mean, but the thing is having a partner on board. You know what I mean? Like your wife is very on board with everything that you're doing. Stephanie's very much on board with everything that I'm doing. It'll probably make it a lot easier because
yeah,
I'll my child will probably be able to be around while I'm
yeah,
doing comedy. You know what I mean? Like at the show, like
definitely.
backstage with her, or whatever, or in the thing. So hopefully that'll help to where
Oh yeah,
they
that's why I
won't
think.
miss some of those moments.
Yeah, that's why I think you're very lucky in that regard. That that's kind of how Stephanie was. Help you start up Level Up. Level Up wouldn't be Level Up without Stephanie, man. And
Right.
so I think you and Steph are very fortunate that you all have that connected already as part of your family. So
Well,
I'm really
I've laughed with
encouraged by that. You
Stephanie.
guys will be good.
Oh, my bad. But listen, I laugh with Stephanie because I'm like, we started Level Up. She loves laughing. I love telling jokes. I love laughing too. And
Yeah.
it's a funny family. I'm like, what if he comes out and he's just like, no, I'm a very serious person. And I'd be like, yo, but son, the family business is comedy. And he's like, I want to be an accountant, which
The
you
complete
know what I mean?
opposite of everything. Yeah. Yeah, you
He's
never
like,
know. You never
you
know,
never
man.
know. That's what's crazy. Because it's like, yo, you could be involved in all this, and he'll just be like, no, I want to read a book and add things. So
Hey, yeah.
yeah, man. So have you done any of the NRW stuff with uh your daughter? Have you
Yeah. Actually, there's quite a bit. We've done reviews on like a lot of children's movies.
Mm,
Not within this past year and a half. It was we kind of chilled out the past year and a half. Yeah.
right.
But yeah, we would do trailer reactions to various kids movies that were coming out. Then we would do like reviews of the movies. There's a time she was really into doing unboxing videos
Oh,
where
word.
like you'd have those mystery vinyl toys. You don't know what was in the box. It could be one of eight, two of it could be a bunch of different things. And so we would do unboxing of Teen Titans Go figures because she's all about Teen Titans Go. Yeah, I got her involved here and there, and she now, because she's older and she's all about Twitch and TikTok, and she's been watching all these gamers because she's all about Roblox and Minecraft now, that she wants to do a Twitch stream type videos but with her friends, and she wants to start up her own channel. That's actually something that is in the works. We just got her new special chair. I have this old ass computer chair. She has like this all kitted out chair that you see these gamers play on these TikTok and Twitch streams. It just came in the mail the other day. Yeah, she's
She's like,
planning
Dad,
to do all that Twitch life.
Dad, you can't get one of these until you get your followers up.
Yeah, it's all
You haven't
pink and
earned this
white
chair
and-
yet.
Yeah, got an expensive ass chair, and all that. That's what she's about right now. That is, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even understand this new generation with watching other people play video games. Like, you know what I'm saying, brother? Like you and I, we grew up playing the video games. Why do you want to? The only reason I would want to watch another person playing a game is if there was like a certain level that I couldn't get past, and so I needed to get guidance on what did this brother do that I'm not doing to help get past this stage. So I'll maybe check that out.
We had like
I don't
tournaments
know.
and stuff in college and whatnot, and I don't know. I personally used to like watching the games, like if somebody else was playing, but for the reasons like you're talking about, to like figure
Yeah.
out something, or like or see how it was going to go.
But just like
But
normal
now that's
people,
like
and
they'll play the game, then pull out their phone and watch people play the game for like another like almost 18 hours. Most of their waking hours are spent watching this game or in this game, which is kind of wild,
I guess that's again my age. I don't get it. What this new gen is, and as a content creator and as a producer, like I guess that's what I'm gonna need to get some of these people to get my numbers up, brother. It's what we're gonna need to do, because that's what they want. That's what they're digesting in content. So I'm gonna have to get schooled up. You and me both.
Man. Yo, speaking of which, like this, all this Twitch stuff, like how do you decide at what age you're gonna give them access to social media and everything? Because if you think about it, when we grew up, like we got to see all this stuff get invented and then created and then mature, so we almost like grew up with it, so we almost matured with it. And now it's like like certain kids have never not experienced social media. Like it's always been around for their entire life. You know what I mean? It's always been a thing. For us, we got to see that invented. We got to see it come into existence and then grow and blossom into what it is today. Some kids, it's always been that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like us, we always had color TV. You know what I'm saying? When we grew up, like it was like the remnants of black and white TV, but mostly color TV was an invention. Like if you didn't have it, somebody else you knew had it, it, or you had seen it in like a store window or something. It's like, it's wild. How did you choose when you were going to allow her and how much social media you were going to allow her to ingest?
Well, she is not on social media, although we have a Instagram for our dog, Alfred. And so she helps my wife in managing and posting pictures of our dog, Alfred.
Nice.
Similar to the Level Up Pups. We have dogs at Strange Manor.
Nice.
That they share. But yeah, she on Facebook, they have like a kids messenger where her only friends are a couple of friends from school, but mainly family, so that she can talk through chat with her cousins. But yeah, she's not on any of the socials or anything like that. And then when we allowed her to get on the internet, we have a lot of blocks on a lot of the functionality. Kids,
right.
You can, put certain privileges and allow certain times when they can log on and do certain things. Yeah. But
damn, so
no,
I mean,
we're on lockdown until you're a lot older, because we don't trust a lot of people that are out there. So we have it on lock to a degree.
So, but when you came up, when you were growing up, did you have, like, were you more free in terms of what type of content and stuff you could
for myself as a kid growing up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was wilding, bro. I was in I was in everything. Man, the MySpace age. Oh shoot, going back to America Online, where when I used to say that when I said that on Show Pal Show, they're like, America Online, you mean AOL? Shit. So apparently I was dating myself there, because I'm so old. It was America Online. It wasn't AOL.
Oh, is that what AOL stands
for? Yeah, and I was in those chat rooms back in the day. Shout out to the Pinoy Panay chat rooms from back in the day. Dial up, bruh. Like,
yeah. I mean,
man. My parents let us do our thing, but I was I don't know. My daughter's smart too. She's very intelligent, so she knew the difference between right and wrong. Like, I could have faith in my daughter that she would know, but we were very just careful with that.
Yeah, Steph said content wasn't the same back then. There's so much more access now.
Exactly.
Like the thing is, when like a Die Hard or a Lethal Weapon came out, it was the first time you ever saw anything like that, and it was like, oh wow, it's amazing. Now there's like 50,000 Die Hards on Netflix, and then another 50,000 on Amazon Prime, and then another 50,000 on maybe less content than I'm saying. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's like you can literally like start watching TV and never stop. You know what I mean? Like, you can literally fill up all the hours of your day watching like movies, whereas before it wasn't really like that. You had to wait for like the movie of the week or the TV show. I remember watching like Quantum Leap. Remember Quantum Leap? You had to watch, like,
I want to revamp Quantum Leap, bro. That's a property that I am surprised has not transitioned into.
We should just make it. Shouldn't we just make it?
You.
Like, which one would you want to be? Would you want to be Scott Bakula, or what was the dude's name who had the little tricorder?
I forgot his name. Now that you're saying it,
I met him. He was like the first celebrity I ever met. The dude with the tricorder.
Yeah,
I forget what his name was.
Either or. I to me, Scott Bakula was the lead, and as an Asian actor, like, I want to be more than just the sidebar characters. So me too. I'm gonna say Scott Bakula. I want to be the lead character.
What if we switched up? Like, every time we jumped, we never knew who was going to be the one who like jumped into the body or not. You know what I mean? Like, Like, but I got just tricorder this episode.
But also thinking about it too at the same time, and actually I had these kind of debates with other friends at that time when we were watching it, because we're all mainly POCs. Would we really? Because we were very woke as well. Would we really want to go throughout history and be in these different bodies? But then at the same time, it's like, bruh, we're gonna be in somebody else's body. We'll be in the white man's body, so we can change some shit up. Right. You know what I'm saying, or whatever.
But then you probably hear the crazy shit that they say when we're not around. It's like, whoa, that's how you really feel.
Well, I really enjoyed it because I was a history buff. I liked history and just these different moments in that show. I'm totally going on a sidebar tangent that's outside of Blerd, Dad. But bro, you brought it up. I loved Quantum Leap. And I didn't know that you like Quantum Leap. So
dude, that was one of my favorite shows.
Let's get down and throw maybe a short fan film or something. Let's do our own version of Quantum Leap. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. I'm with you.
They brought back MacGyver. I just saw the commercial. They were doing MacGyver again.
They brought back freaking Walker, Texas Ranger. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes, it's on CW. I was like,
There's
brought back Walker, Texas Ranger.
How could you be better than Chuck Norris? I don't know. All right, man, so
Chuck Norris, man.
So that's
I'm sorry. Excuse my language. I hate Chuck Norris, man.
No, it's all good. But that's a conversation for another day. Here at Blerd Dad, we have questions at the end. Usually, you hear of burning questions. We have blurting questions. So we have a blurred question for you today. The blurting question today is: if you could make a creative universe centered around your kid, what would it be? Like, where would it be set and everything? And what would their role be?
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Knowing at one stage, again, I have a teen now, and they're going through so many transitions and emotions and all of that. At one time, I would say it would be very similar to Penelope Von Sweets from Wreck-It Ralph, where it would be candies and ice cream and bubble gum and bright colors and just all of that.
A lot of pink and light blue.
A lot of pink, very, ponies and unicorns and all of that. But at the very same time, let's not get it twisted though. While it was very girly and she's very girly, Penelope Von Sweets was all about hitting that track, and they would race against the other princess characters that were, so she was still very, I don't need no man or no boy or whatever. They handled their own.
She liked Skull and Crossbones too, right?
Yeah, so she was very into that. So like, it was bright and pink because that's what they enjoy. So, but they didn't, it wasn't like, chasing the boys or anything like that. So it was very, Princess Pride, fun, cutesy stuff. Now she's like, I don't even know what she would do now, because again, she's this Twitch generation. She's like in these she's got weird taste in music now, which drives me crazy.
Oh, really?
She likes, have you seen that like YouTube star Purple Rain? He like this weird sounding kid.
And was it Chocolate Rain? Chocolate Rain.
He likes weird music like that. That's not even music. It's not music. And she follows these TikTokers, and they're just excruciating. And there's like this one Twitch person that she listens to that plays games all the time, but all of a sudden gets excited and sounds like somebody pulled his dick off because he's playing a game. I'm like, how do you watch this for hours? It drives me nuts. I'm like, you cannot watch this with me in the room. You're gonna have to take that elsewhere. It drives me nuts. And she's into some odd stuff now that, where did my princess go? I don't know where she went. She's into weird stuff now. I don't understand. But then she's into ballet, and she's into dance, and she's into motions and all of that, and just that, just the artistry. But then she's into crazy weird TikTok stuff and changing your characters and all of that, just abnormal. I don't know. It's not the same princess. Can I go back to Penelope Von Sweets? Can I go back to that? Where I can understand that. I can understand Bubble Princess, where at the same time, I don't need a knight in shining armor. I can protect myself. I'm good. Now it's just weirdness, and I don't understand it.
Hey, maybe that's what the world can be. It could be like her as like a princess going out into the world and trying to find and bring back her dad's sense of comfort, and
yeah,
like maybe that's the story behind it all, man. Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, listen, we could sit here and talk all night about this, childhood and things that happened in your childhood, what brought you to this point, how you raised your kid, all that type of stuff. We can sit here like all night, but we can't sit here all night. I'm sure you got stuff to do. You got a kid to go take care of.
I've got stuff to do, a lot of editing to do, and you already know how busy I keep it, man. But dude, I'm always gonna be here, brother. I congratulate you on your new Blerd Dad podcast. I think thanks. It's beautiful. It's amazing to just as long as I've known you, to just see your growth from being up on stage and going to your shows to then, you know, you starting up Level Up Comedy with Steph, and just how that has built and grown to then you having your comedy special, I Gotta Say Something, and then to that very end to where you make that you ask your amazing Steph to be yours, and then I had the blessing of presiding over your nuptials, to then now you having this child on the way, and you have this Blerd Dad podcast. Just these transition, these moments, man, it's been as a friend so beautiful to see. I'm so happy for you, and I wish you nothing but success, and I'll always be here to cheer you on and do everything with you, brother.
Man, thank you. You're about to get me teared up or whatever. But I mean,
hey, man, I love you.
Listen, that's what it is. We like, you know, we came together, and I feel like friendships are hard to come by, and true and genuine friendships are hard to come by. And you've been a super dope, you know, friend to me. And it's like I said, I do really look up to you because you do so much, you know, in the community, for the community, you know, people of color, and in entertainment, just, you know, in general. And it's very inspiring, you know what I mean? And I would want to do that. And then the biggest thing, like, despite all that, you're also like an amazing father and husband, and those are all kind of traits that I'm like, man, let me figure out and like soak up how you do it, how you hold all that together, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I think that I'm doing an okay job, but you never really know, you know what I mean? So the more information that I can glean from people around me who are doing amazing things like yourself, the better. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And I'll always be here for you, man. And I think that's what's outstanding about you doing this Blerd Dad, getting other opinions and types, because not one way is the right way. You've got to always adjust and make moves. So I think this is beautiful, man. Thank you for creating this forum to do that, to also allow people just like yourselves, other dads that are going through it, to learn and manifest and build the better dad that they can be.
Like, so, things they might not think universal.
About. You're giving back as well by what you're doing. So thank you for the compliments you gave me for what I'm doing. The reason why we do what we do is to give. If you're in it, like, we're artists, we're empaths. We care about society. We care about the world. And you are doing an amazing job with this as well. So, man, get your flowers. I think it's such a beautiful thing that you're doing, Glenn. And I'm so proud of you.
Dude, thank you, man. I'd super appreciate that. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close the show out. But thank you so much for being here. You know that. Oh wait, I almost left out the most important thing. You got to plug yourself. Tell them where they can find you, because you got so much going on. There's so much content. Like, help Patrick get his numbers up. Help Kuya P get his numbers up so his daughter can get off his back. Please.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Let me get my numbers up. Shit.
You know, so tell the people where they can find you.
All right, Kuya P, you can follow me at Strange Since 1977, as well as at Temple Far East. One of those is Twitter. What is those? IG. Those are my personals, so help me get my personal numbers up. But you can also follow at the NRW or at No Release Wednesday. That's where me and Glenn give you reviews in pop culture, everything, where nerds rule the world. And of course, if you want pop culture with a POC perspective, the Nerds of Color, and that's at the Nerds of Color on everything as well. And at Show Pal Show, if you happen to be Filipinx or not Filipinx, and you have a lot of Filipinx friends, but I celebrate my Filipino people and our contributions to society at Show Pal Show. That's SHOPOWSHO. Got a lot of great stuff happening. Like this week, Paper Tigers launches. It's a great new kung fu film that you'll want to check out. I recently did the Mortal Kombat interview with a bunch of those actors. Paper Tigers is your next big martial arts action movie that drops this week. I'll have all my interviews with the cast coming out this week, and stay tuned for next week, because this week I'm interviewing my people for next week, which are the cast of Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder, Dave Bautista, Omari Hardwick. I got shit coming every week for y'all people. I'm just giving that content because I'm trying to be like Glenn over here.
Listen, I'm trying. You're out here talking to Zack Snyder and Dave Bautista. Like shit. I'm trying to be like you, bro. That's why I brought you on. You know what I mean? No, but congratulations to all you to what you do, all your success. Y'all heard it. He needs to get his numbers up. Please go follow him on all those social medias. New Release Wednesday, Nerds Rule the World. You can check him out on YouTube and whatnot. Kuya P, thank you so much for joining us, man. And you know, I'll be talking to you, bro. It's like
always.
family. We'll be talking.
Hell yeah. Love you, bro. Again, nothing but success on the Blerd Dad podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Blerd Dad podcast. Check it all out.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And so, like Kuya P said, please make sure that you follow the Blerd Dad podcast. Go ahead, like and subscribe, share it out, leave reviews. Come in, check out the live streams that we have. And what are you doing? Get out of here. 70, what are you doing? Get out of stream. So this is what you get here. She tried to pop in, and I was like, get out of here. I'm trying to close out the show. But anyways, no, yeah, check us out on all our streams. Tonight was a great show. I love to recap things, and I think the couple things that I learned in this show were definitely make sure you document all the moments of your kid coming up, because you're going to miss those moments. And if you're anything like me, you're going to be getting old at an accelerated rate, and you're going to be forgetting things pretty rapidly. So make sure that you document things, and also let them blossom and figure out what they want to do on their own, because it's, you know, it's their life, and they'll figure out their path and their way, and they might along the way help you stop and smell the roses and figure and live in the moment and take exactly what you want from the moment. Does that make sense? Am I getting, see, I'm already forgetting the words that I'm going to say. I'm going to need to get another video camera, because I'm going to need to document stuff. I can already tell. Anyways, this has been another episode of the Blerd Dad podcast. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week, where we talk with my boy Ralph Cooper. So stay tuned for that. Mondays 8:15. Later.